Okay, so I know I have yet to do anything horror related, but I've been busy, and we're gonna make up for it for the last few days of October. What's going on, guys? This is your boy Joshua, aka Future Filmmaker 3940 Reviews, where I talk movies, TV, and music. And as I said in the intro, I am very sorry if I didn't do anything horror related for the first few days of October. So from the 15th up to the 31st, I will fulfill that promise by giving you a bunch of horror content and some reviews like Antebellum and The Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor. It's just I've been pretty busy editing other videos and then taking time off. But here we are. We're for my first video here of this small little thing, Halloween thing I'm doing on my channel, as I do every year. I'm going to stop and rank all 4 Disney Channel original movies, Halloweentown films, from my least favorite to my favorite. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and notification bell to get notified when live streams or community posts or uploads go live on this channel. Otherwise, you're not going to get every single notification for either of those. Also, all my social media links in the description box down below, and if you want to send money for my channel or you want to send fan mail, you can very much do that as well. So, with that being said, the Halloweentown franchise is a franchise that I very much enjoy. For the most part, there are 3 of these movies I like, and then 1 of these movies initially, which we'll get into. But with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and rank all 4 of the Disney Channel Halloweentown movies. I reviewed all of them back in 2016. So with that being said, let's get into my personal rankings. In 4th place, obviously at the bottom of the barrel here, is my least favorite one, and that is Return to Halloweentown. Now, when this came out in 2006 on Disney Channel, I do remember I liked the movie back then. I did enjoy the movie back then. It wasn't as good as the other 3, but I still had a decent time with it. I liked the direction. I liked what they were going for here. But over time, and the more times I rewatched it, and also hearing everything that went on with this movie, this I do think is the worst one of the entire one. Now, keep in mind, there are still positives I still have with the movie. I don't think Sarah Paxton is bad as Marnie, but when you compare it to Kimberly J. Brown, which at the time, the reason why Disney did not get her back, there is a full YouTube video explaining it, and I'm gonna play a little bit.
A lot of you asked why I didn't do Halloweentown 4. And the answer to that is I'm not really sure. There was some people asked me or said that they heard that I was working on something, which was not the case at the time. I was available and ready to do it, and had talked to them possibly about doing it. But Disney decided to go in a different direction and recast the role. So that's really all I know about the situation, and all I'm really gonna say about it. I was bummed, and obviously loved the character in the movies and wanted to do it, but they just decided to hire a different actress. So
Kimberly J. Brown, she was fully ready to come back and play this part for one more film, but Disney decided we're going to recast it, we're going in a different direction, and we're just not going to really care about the continuity here. Granted, you still have Debbie Reynolds here, if only for a 2-scene cameo, may she rest in peace. And you still have Joey Zimmerman, and you still have Lucas Grabeel here. But Return to Halloweentown, this is just a disappointing finale to the Halloweentown movies. And I hate saying that because I know this one does have a fan base, and trust me, I used to be in the fan who actually really enjoyed this, but there are a lot of things in the story that doesn't really make sense. I don't mind the fact that Marnie goes to college. I don't mind the fact that you have all this other stuff here. It's just that the villains and some of the choices they decide to go with in the story, especially the recasting of Marnie. You could have had her as had Sarah Paxton as a completely different character, and at least got Kimberly J Brown back to play this part, and it would have been less insulting. But this is just a movie that clearly does show that they clearly didn't know what to do with this last film, and it's unfortunate because I like the first three, but this one just don't do much for me. That's why this movie is at number 4. Third place is Halloweentown 2 Calabar's Revenge. Now this came out 3 years after the first one in 2001, and this is still a very entertaining, very fun and energetic second installment into the Halloweentown franchise. It still has all the fun moments. This one, you do have the mission of Marnie and Grandmother Aggie going back to Halloweentown to fix everything, because the entire Halloweentown area is entirely gray and black and white. And if it doesn't get back to the way it was, things goes bad and pretty much stuff will hit the fan. And then you follow Calabar and his son, who really gets revenge on the people of Halloweentown, of course. But everything, this was still great. You still have Emily Roeske and Kimberly J Brown, Debbie Reynolds. They are the heart and soul of the first 3 films in the trilogy, which should have remained a trilogy. But still, there are some parts in the movie where some of the effects and some of the writing is a little outdated, but it's a Disney Channel original movie and I'm not gonna knock it down for it because it did go in its own direction. It wasn't a complete retread of the first movie. And it has some good performances from the rest of the cast, including Judith Hoag, and to all the rest of the cast in the movie. They all really did a phenomenal job here, and I really like the spin that they put on this movie, and I really did enjoy a lot of things they did, especially the last half. I've always enjoyed the last half of this movie with Calabar's actual revenge, and the title of this movie didn't lie. So when you do, unlike Children of the Corn 6, Isaac's Return, where you did lie there. But Halloweentown 2 Calabar's Revenge is a fun movie, and that's why it's in number 3. Coming in the runner-up here is the original Halloweentown. This is the movie that basically puts everything into motion. It is a slow-paced film, but it takes its time to get to know the world of Halloweentown. You get to know Marnie Cromwell, who you think is just a normal human being, but she's really a witch, because the witches runs in the family. Then you have the mother, played by Judith Hoag, who is against it. Then you have Debbie Reynolds, great actress, may she rest in peace again, as Grandmother Aggie. You get Joey Zimmerman and Emily Roeske. You get to care about these kids and the whole situation, and then you have the whole mythology of Calabar, and then just this whole idea and this whole concept of Halloweentown really works. I like the production design. I love the costumes and special effects. This was directed by editor Dwayne Dunham, who edited Star Wars Episode 6: The Return of the Jedi, and he did a great job here. The writing is very good. You get that nice, cool Halloweentown feel music, and it feels very much like an entertaining installment in the franchise. And despite some CG effects not holding up, it was 1998, of course. So this movie does hold a place in my heart because it is from the year I was born, just like Mulan, the cartoon one. Everything about, I enjoy Halloweentown. Yeah, I am a bit nostalgic, but you know what? I shouldn't have to apologize for it. And Halloweentown, that's why the original is in number 2. For my favorite of the Halloweentown movies, and this is the one I constantly rewatch growing up, and it still to this day rewatch the most. Halloweentown High. This is the 3rd installment, and was initially the final film in the trilogy back in 2004. But then you may return to Halloweentown. Halloweentown High is, I really like the idea of Marnie and these kids going to high school in Halloweentown. I thought it was a very genius concept. I really like what they wanted to do here. I thought that what they wanted to do in this movie, I really thought it was very creative. I think it was very wise on the writers and Disney's part to actually go that route. Kimberly J. Brown, Debbie Reynolds, Joey Zimmerman. The last time we will ever see Emily Roeske, Judith Hoag once again is great. Lucas Grayson before High School Musical was great. And you have some great makeup. You have, and also the story of humans and Halloweentown people going to school alike. They're scared of it first, but then Marnie fights hard to actually win for that. And I actually really enjoy that concept. Now, this does have its share of issues, of course, as some of the other films, but at least this one showed that it had a good send-off for these characters. And if they would have just stopped here, this would have been a great trilogy of films. But because of the fourth movie, yeah, we all know how that turned out. But anyways, I enjoy Halloweentown High. It is the more I watch the most, and is why it's my number one. So that was my ranking of the Halloweentown franchise. I know very 2005-91, all you Halloweentown fanatics are gonna love this. So in the comment section down below, tell me how would you rank the Halloweentown franchise? Which one is your favorite? Which one do you hate? Which one are you in the middle? Do you like all four movies equally? And I'll catch you guys for more of this little small road to Halloween thing for my 5th year. And with that being said, you guys keep it cool and join the Epictasticness. I'll see you guys in the next ranking or review.